Okay, so I've tried recording this a few times. All my explanations have been really long, so I'm going to try to be very precise and to the point about how this goes. So here's the MIDI file. Okay, so I've got two drum tracks here. This is the original one that the guy sent you, for example, and this is your version of the track, right? So this is you. That's him. So this is what he has, right? So in his MIDI file, he has here. Let's set it up like this. This is a little bit easier to explain it when it's like this. So he sent you this MIDI file. This is what he has, right? When in his drum rack he has these drums and they're corresponding to, each note. And you can see, look down there, it tells you what note. C, there's nothing playing on the note C. On C sharp there's a kick playing. On D there's a kick playing. D sharp there's nothing playing. E there's a snare. F there's a snare, and it just goes on. So this is what he would send you. He has his MIDI notes each playing a note that he wants in the file right there. So say what you get is you get the same MIDI file. It looks the exact same when he sends it to you. All the MIDI notes are still in the same notes, right? So when you go to his file, I know you can't see any difference right here because it's the same thing exactly. So oh wait, there we go. So this is what he has. He sends you this, and when he sends it to you, all these notes that appear right there, for him it's C2, second octave, right? When he sends it to you, it's still C2, second octave. So basically all these MIDI notes are going to appear in the same place for you as they would for him on the piano roll. The only difference is his drum rack is set to play different drums, different samples, right, on the different notes. Basically on the piano roll. So for him on C1, there it is, C1, he has nothing playing on the note C1, as you can tell in his drum rack. Right here, this kick, it's a C sharp. So when you go back to his piano file, you can see right there, C sharp. This is all his kicks, right? So what you need to do is align your drum rack samples to the same notes that he has. And the way to do that is you need to ask him to write down, if he can, which he should be able to, what notes, what drum hits are playing on each note of the piano roll. So here's an example, right? So this is his drum rack, right? When he sends it to you, you have a completely different drum rack because you don't know what notes are, or you don't know what drum hits are on what notes, right? So again, say he has kick on C sharp and another kick on D. You don't know that, obviously, except just pretend that it's different. So you would have to go into your drum rack, and he would tell you, hey, I've got a kick on C sharp and say a snare on E. And the octave matters too, because there's all these different drum hits and you need the specific one. So he needs to say C sharp first octave, E first octave. So then you go over here and you look, okay, there needs to be a kick hit on the C sharp first octave. So you bring that over there. There needs to be a snare hit on the E first octave. And basically you need to copy his drum rack. And it would be easy if he could just send a picture of this to you and put it right there. And then because the MIDI files are set to each note, MIDI files are not going to change, right? When you can copy his drum rack for note, all the drum hits should align and it should sound exactly like his. And then you can mix it and then you can do whatever with it and everything should work. I think if he's also using Reaper, I don't know how it works exactly in Reaper, but I can save my drum racks. And he might be able to do the same. And then when you save your drum racks, you can go... I didn't mean to do that. When you save your drum racks, you can go into your system files, and I'll be quite honest, I have no clue where this is. You can go into your DAW files, and you can find that drum rack, right? Oh wait, I can just... There we go, see? So in my DAW, Ableton, user library, presets, instruments, it'll probably be different for him. I have my drum rack preset that I just saved right there. And if you also had Ableton, I could just send you this drum rack, and then everything would line up assuming you have the same samples. So that's how it works. That was, again, a longer explanation that I meant to give, but it works, I hope. If you have any other questions, ask me. And if he's not using Reaper, like you're trying to mix in Reaper, he should still be able to send you a screenshot of this, and he should be able to send you the individual samples, and you should be able to load them into some kind of sampler like I have right here, and just set them to go off at each time. So you can't probably hear that, but, you know, there we go. Explanation, like number 6, done.